You have an 11-year-old little girl.
Yes.
You told your daughter you're going to get braces.
I'm a single mom, and I could not afford to do braces by myself.
Is he supposed to pay?
Yes.
It's simple. I have other things to do today.
This is Judy Justice. Antea McCants is suing her former boyfriend, Kellen Frazier, for the cost of their daughter's braces and travel expenses.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case 1010, McCants versus Frazier.
Miss McCants, I gather that you fell in love with this guy a long time ago for a short time.
I did.
I gather from the papers that you were in high school.
I was.
The relationship was short-lived, but the product of that was now an 11-year-old little girl, who I assume both of you adore.
Yes.
Is this your only child, or do you have others?
She's my only.
And you, sir?
I have two more.
Are the two other children that you have currently living with you?
Yes.
And are you remarried?
No.
Just so that I know a little bit more about you. Miss McCants, you're employed?
Part-time.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an assistant director on music videos.
And you, sir?
I work at a factory, a bagel factory.
The issue in this case has to do with two things. Your daughter's name is Vanessa,
Yes.
and it has to do with Vanessa's braces, and then an airline ticket, which I can get to later. You both live in different jurisdictions, and I gather, Mr. Fraser, that you and Miss McCants, despite the fact that you probably had some bumpy issues, you've maintained a close relationship with your daughter.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And you visit her, or she visits you.
Yes.
How many times a year does she visit you?
Every other holiday, and I get her for the summer for 6 weeks.
Is that an agreement that you two came to by yourselves, or did it involve court intervention?
Court.
And how long has that order been in place?
Since 2018.
And there's been visitation consistently since?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Well, that's terrific. Yes. I applaud you, because that's good for your daughter.
It is.
Yeah. Tell me about the issue of the braces, Miss McCants.
Last summer in 2020, my daughter went for her visit.
Do you need a minute?
No, I'm sorry.
Do you need a tissue?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, she went for her visit and she asked her dad what was wrong with her teeth, because when she was a little girl, she fell off her bike and messed up her teeth, or so she thought. And she had asked him what was wrong with her, why her teeth looked like that, basically. And he said, "You have ugly teeth like your mom."
Well, just a
Not
second.
true. Not
Just
true.
a second. I honestly don't believe that he said to a child that he loves, "You have ugly teeth like your mom." She's not here to tell me that that's what he said. So I'm just telling you, I'm not quite sure.
She texted me what he said when he said it.
Do you have
Yeah.
it?
I do.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Ugly teeth like your mom. I never said that.
If you're talking to yourself,
I'm sorry.
Mr. Frick,
I'll never say that.
not helpful.
Never.
Before Vanessa went to see her dad, had you discussed her teeth with her?
No,
Ever?
no.
There's nothing in here that says that he told her she had ugly teeth.
I thought it was in that one.
According to this, she had a conversation with her father about her teeth and how they might have gotten that way. Did he drop her? Did she fall off a
Right.
bike? Mom told me this, told me that. And he said, "You probably need braces." And she wrote to you and said, "Don't tell Dad." You write back that you have a beautiful smile and we're going to get you braces so that you can look even better. He's just mad no one took care of him the way I take care of you. He's a sad man. It's the typical separated parents, but there's nowhere where he said, oh, I couldn't imagine somebody who has
Not at all.
regular, consistent relationship with a child told this child that in any way she was ugly, using that word. In any event, based upon what you gave me here, you told your daughter in this text, "Don't worry, you're going to get braces." That's what you say to her. Okay, and that's what this case is about, who's supposed to pay for the braces. Okay, let me hear what happened. Then she came home.
She came home and, like I said,
I don't want you to tell me anymore what your daughter said that you can't confirm to me in some sort of a written document, because that's hearsay. I'm assuming for the purposes of this case that the first time braces were mentioned, according to you, was during this visit with her father,
yes.
and the subject of her teeth came up, and he said, no, you have your mom's teeth. Both y'all need braces. Does that sound right, sir?
I think I said it like that.
Okay.
Sure.
So both of you need braces. You have your mom's teeth. Okay, and she's 11, and she's getting to that age where she's being self-conscious about probably a whole bunch of things. All of that, not unusual. So now, before I get to the strict issue of braces, I assume that if you were in court, and if you were in court as recently as 2018, and you have visitation with your daughter every other holiday and during the summers, there is also a support order in place.
Yes.
And can you tell me what that support order is, Mr. Frazier?
Yes, I pay $500 every month.
You pay $500 every month.
Yeah, for child support.
Are you consistent now in your child support payments? Are you up to date?
I haven't missed a date in like 10 years. I haven't been paying.
That's not true.
Are there current arrears in that order?
Yes.
And what are the arrears?
$1,300.
Okay. Well, over a long period of time, $1,300, he's relatively current in his child support order. Yeah. Is there anything else that's provided in the judge's order with regard to medical, dental, or any unusual expenses other than the $500 a month?
It says all uninsured health expenses exceeding the annual ordinary medical amount will be paid 40% by the plaintiff and 60% by the defendant.
May I see it, please, Kevin? It says all uninsured health care expenses exceeding the annual ordinary amount, which the court fixes at $403, will be paid for 40% by the plaintiff. She was the plaintiff. Right. And 60% by the defendant.
Yes, but I didn't think it was a necessary amount.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a minute. Whether it was necessary or not, we're going to get to in a second based upon some things that I'm looking at. But now I want you to tell me, Ms. McCants, what conversation did you have with her father with regard to the braces?
I don't talk to her dad. He doesn't respond to my text messages usually. So I talk to my daughter and she will text her dad. So she's like our go-between for conversation.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It is. It's really sad.
That's not true. I'm sorry.
That's not his signature.
He signed for the bracelets.
That's not his signature. You don't have to be a handwriting expert to look at the signature on his answer.
No, I understand.
And this is not his signature.
Shantea McCants says ex-boyfriend Kellen Frazier owes for their daughter's braces and an airline ticket.
So what you're telling me is that you never had a direct conversation with Mr. Frazier about his participation in the braces.
That's correct. I do have the text messages from my daughter of what he said.
No, I don't want to see text messages from your daughter, what he said. If you have a text message from him agreeing to pay for more than what is allocated in the child support order, I will see that. But I don't want to see your daughter's interpretation.
No, I absolutely understand, Your Honor. So, okay. I have text messages between him and I as well, but
I just want to see, your position is that he said to you, this is what you say in your complaint, if you pay the down payment, he'll make the rest of the payments.
That's exactly what he said.
That's what I want to see. Not that your daughter said he said, but that he said.
No, that's direct text messages.
From him to?
Yes, to his daughter. He even signed.
Shh. No, this is a child having a conversation with her father. And this is a discussion about the down payment of $500. And she says, just a second, that's part of it. And she's saying, I just want my braces and I don't like being in the middle of this. That's the 11-year-old saying. And then Mr. Frazier says to her, tell her to pay the $500 and I will cover the monthly payments. That's what he says. Okay, she says she will do that. But you need to call and give the credit card information so they can get started at 2:30 p.m. today. They can't get started without your information first. And you said to her, give me the number who I have to talk to. And her dad saying, that's why I don't like doing business with her. She just said that she would make the down payment. I'm not paying half. I have to pay over $4,000 to her $500.
Yes,
So
Your Honor.
there's more.
Please let me explain. Please
Yeah.
let me explain. Okay. So what happened was my daughter said that.
No, you can't tell me what your daughter.
Okay.
The problem is you
No,
can't tell me what your daughter
When
said.
I was talking to her, we were talking about the braces.
Who was?
My daughter and I.
I don't care whether your daughter and you were talking about the braces. You can't tell me what your daughter said. It's hearsay.
I was telling my daughter what to say on the phone.
I don't care. It's hearsay. It's hearsay. Let me tell you about an oral contract, because you don't have a written contract. An oral contract has to have all of the elements that a written contract does. And you don't make that through an intermediary who's 11 years old. You just don't do that. It's clear from this that it was unclear. According to this, which is your order, because what you are attempting to do, Ms. McCants, is modify the judicial order, which requires him to pay 60%.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Please, may I explain, please?
You can if you can do it without hearsay.
Okay. This was not a court-ordered agreement. This was something that I told Vanessa that I was not able to pay for braces. I could not afford it by myself. I'm a single mom, and I take care of her by myself.
It's not true.
I do get child support, and it does help, but it does not cover all of our bills. So I explained to Vanessa I could not afford to do braces by myself.
Was that before or after she went to visit her father?
That was after.
Okay, and you left it up to an 11-year-old to communicate with her father. What I'm telling you, Ms. McCants, is I understand your position. And believe me, I'm sympathetic with your position. But this is a court.
Yes, ma'am.
And right now, what you have is a judicial order that's signed. And it says that the defendant, and I don't know whether he's paid 60% of
He has not.
Okay.
I have proof I have, Your Honor.
Just a second. That's stage number 3 of this case. That's the judicial order. And I'm telling you now that using an 11-year-old to act as a go-between, unless you have had direct conversations with her to modify a court order, and relying on hearsay is something we can't do in court. We just can't.
No, I do understand, Your Honor.
Okay.
What I would really am trying to say is when she got home, I told her I could not.
That's hearsay.
That's hearsay, okay.
Yes. Any out-of-court statement that you make to your daughter,
Okay.
you're trying to develop a contract.
No, the text messages are my contract because that's her texting her dad. He said, I will not pay the down payment. I will pay the $4,000 for your braces. Her braces came up to $5,079. If I paid $500, that leaves $4,500.
What the last thing that he said was, you have to have a meeting of the minds to have a modification of a contract. And any modification of a written contract really has to be in writing. Even if I were to stretch that and say he agreed to pay for her braces, the last thing he says here, I'm not paying half. I
Half
have
of the
to
down
pay.
payment.
Shh.
He wasn't
The
paying
last
the down
thing
payment.
that he said is, I'm not paying half. I have to pay over $4,000 to her $500.
Right, he
That
wasn't
can
paying
be-
half of the down payment. That's what he was saying.
Well, I don't know that.
Your Honor, please listen. If he's saying he has to pay over $4,000 for her braces, that would mean he was taking on the responsibility of her braces.
It's an interpretation that you're making.
Your Honor.
It's an interpretation that you're making. And I think that the mistake is, it's really a mistake in communication, and I don't know how to rectify that because it's going to become more complex, Mr. Frazier, as your daughter gets older. You know, It's clear to me from listening to the two of you, especially listening to you, Ms. McCants, that this is something that your daughter at age 11 wanted.
Yes.
She wanted, irrespective of what her father said or didn't say to her.
I would not have paid the down payment.
No, just a sec. You're not paying attention. This is something that an 11-year-old felt self-conscious about and she wanted. And she must be bright, and she must have known that the only way that it was going to get done is if her father did it, because he made it clear to her that you couldn't afford to pay for it. Because she is, in fact, in these text messages, really pleading with him to take over the braces, something she really wants. I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her father that he's put in this situation. I feel especially sorry for you because as the child's mother, there's no question in my mind that you want her to grow up feeling confident. And if this is taking away from her confidence, that's not a good thing.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
I got it.
I also would like to say we have been going to the orthodontist. And so even though you're saying it's not a written agreement, the agreement was I pay the down payment of $500 and he paid the monthly payment.
Okay.
I said no.
The only thing that I'm going to ask Mr. Frazier is, that's what you understood the agreement to be. Is that the agreement that you made?
No.
Mr. Frazier,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
when you canceled the ticket, did you get the money back?
I didn't get the money back until a week later. But
I don't care if it's a week later.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's next Tisha B'Av. It doesn't matter to me. You got the money back.
Shantea McCants accuses her daughter's father, Kellen Frazier, of refusing to pay for the cost of braces and travel expenses.
Tell me what the agreement in your mind was with regard to your daughter's braces. You clearly had a discussion with her when she was visiting with you in 2020 during the summer about the braces.
Yes. But I spoke with Shantea. I only promised to pay when I could afford it, which I had.
You spoke to her directly.
I spoke to her directly on the phone.
Okay. Now, Mr. Frazier, you have to know that I have trouble believing that I will pay when I can afford to pay it, because you're a working guy, you have 3 children, you have $500 taken out of your pay, and the 2 children that you have live with you. How old are they?
10 and 11 and 3.
Well, that's 3
No.
children.
Yeah, 3.
My 11-year-old does not live with him.
Well,
Are you counting
yeah, I was
Vanessa
counting
in?
Vanessa, yeah.
Okay, so they are 10 and 3.
Yes.
How much was the entire dental work, Ms. McCants?
$5,079.76.
Is she finished with her dental work?
No.
Okay, but that's the entire cost of the braces.
Yes.
Okay. And of that so far, Mr. Frazier has paid, according to your records, how much?
$606.
Sarah,
Have,
I need 60% of $5,079.
Your Honor, I understand the court.
Don't, I get 30474. Is that what you get?
Yeah. Yes.
Your Honor,
Perfect.
he signed the contract for the braces.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
You said $3,047, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, great.
I've just put the decimal in the wrong place. Thank you. That's not his signature. That's not his signature.
He signed for the braces.
That's not his signature. You don't have to be a handwriting expert to look at the signature on his answer.
No, I understand.
And this is not his signature.
No, I understand. So when I made the down payment, they gave me this contract, and that was the part of the contract for the monthly payments. You could see where it says his debit card number for the monthly payments.
that was on file. That's just my debit card was on file.
Just a second. That's not what I asked you. I said this is not his signature.
No.
Who wrote this
I
signature?
signed it for him when
Oh,
I
well,
was at
that's
the
a different story.
orthodontist. No, I had his permission to sign it.
No, Your Honor, that's not true.
Shh.
I promise it is true.
Okay. Sarah, let me just check my math. $3,047 less
4
what he
cents.
paid. Less what he paid, which is 606. 2441?
Your Honor.
$2,441.04.
In order to modify a written court order, which this is, which provides that he's responsible for any medical expenses in excess of a certain amount, which is a de minimis amount of money, he is to pay 60% and you are to pay 40%. What I have to do is to determine whether or not there was such a compelling contract between the two of you in writing to modify this order, which was signed by a judge, that changes the logistics of this, and I actually find that there was not. So, Mr. Frazier, you are responsible for an additional $2,441 to the orthodontist. Now let's get to this airline ticket. The airline ticket is another part of your lawsuit, and that involves the visit that either did take place or was supposed to take place in June of 2021. Was that for the summer visit, Ms. McCants?
Yes.
And Mr. Fraser, it's your obligation to pay for the airline ticket?
Yes, one way.
How much was the airline ticket?
$224.
You want to tell me what happened this past summer, why you didn't pay that $241?
I actually paid it, Your Honor, but it was a scheduling conflict, so I had to cancel. So Shantia went along and bought the tickets herself. I never agreed to reimburse her for that, but I did pay for the airline ticket. She told me to reschedule.
Did you get to see your daughter in June?
Yes, she came down.
I brought her up. I paid for the...
Just a second. Did she visit with you?
Yes.
So you enjoyed the visit, but ultimately didn't pay for the ticket.
Well, I did pay for the tickets.
But then you canceled it.
Yes.
Shantia told me to cancel.
No, I did not.
Whether you did or not.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to get to the dessert of this case, and you all want to start with the appetizer. The dessert of this case has to do with a $224 airline ticket.
Yes.
Well, if it was unused, that's one thing, but you got to enjoy your daughter's company for that visit.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, and it was your agreement, and it has been your agreement to pay.
I had proof that I paid for the tickets.
He bought tickets and canceled them.
Because she said it was a scheduling conflict.
Okay, just like there was a scheduling conflict.
Yeah.
If you, Mr. Fraser,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
when you canceled the ticket, did you get the money back?
I didn't get the money back until a week later, but she
I don't
already
care if it's a
purchased.
week later.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's next Tisha B'Av. It doesn't matter to me. You got the money back.
Right.
And she paid for the ticket. And you had visitation. It's simple. That's dessert. That's not how we get there. I have other things to do today.
Court order is say she paid one way, I pay the other way. Like I'm paying to take her
visit.
home.
Just a
and
second. Did you pay the other way?
I'm taking her home Sunday. I paid for that completely.
Is he supposed to pay for one way for the child's visit and you're supposed to pay for one way?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he is returning the child to you at his own expense.
Yes.
Well, then you pay for the trip going. What difference does that make?
The order is that he is supposed to come get her from Georgia and I come get her from Michigan because this has been an ongoing thing. He will not come get his child. I have been forced to go take her to him because she wants to see her dad and her brothers for the summer. I purchased the tickets.
Are you talking about a ticket for you or a ticket for her?
For her and myself.
Well, is he supposed to pay for your ticket?
The court order says he pays for 3
Let me
tickets.
see.
You have the order.
Would you have the plaintiff put an X where that is so that I don't have to go through the whole thing?
Here you go. Mark it. Okay.
Well, at age 11, is she considered an unaccompanied minor?
At this point, yes, but we've never sent her by herself that way.
Yeah, actually, if she's an unaccompanied minor, it has to have either a fee or a parent. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,665, which
Your
includes
Honor.
the one-way ticket. We're finished here. Thank you very much.
Court adjourned.
Thought it was fair. You know, I'm obligated to pay 60%.
He agreed to pay the whole payment of the braces.
I never called my daughter ugly. I never will.
He lied and got away with it.
I really hope we could communicate better.
That's fine. He could lie if he wants to. He's very good at it.
That seemed like a really tough call. How do you make that decision when you can tell, obviously, that both parents just want their daughter to feel her best?
You know, clearly, this child is fortunate. She has two parents that really care about her. I think what it comes down to, that even though it's a hard call, if you want to modify a court order that has been litigated and resulted in an order of custody and visitation and support and medical bills, then you don't use the child as a go-between. The child is not an intermediary to create a contract. From a legal perspective, she didn't have the answer. And I guess from a social perspective, parents have to love their children more than they dislike each other. That's the bottom line.